What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Rusher, and welcome back to Pixel Strike In Depth. Yes, back for the first time in God knows how long, to be honest with you. But anyways, in this episode, we're going to be taking two weapons and comparing them against each other. And we're going to be going over their stats, and I'm going to be giving my opinions on both weapons, and then we can decide which one is better. Well, not which one is better, but which one might be right for you, essentially. Now, these two weapons are very similar to each other in terms of look and performance, and since they're both SMGs, they'll be perfect to compare against each other. Now, you got people asking, is weapon A better than weapon B? And you got people saying weapon B is better than weapon A, and all this other stuff. So basically, this part of the series, like these sorts of videos, are going to be getting to the bottom of these types of questions. And we got gameplay here with both the MP7 and the TMP, so there's gameplay footage for you guys to enjoy while we're going over the in-depth. But without further ado, we're going to go straight away into the damage. Now, the MP7, right off the bat, will deal 22 damage stock, which will begin dropping at 30 meters. Now, what that means is when you're outside of that 30 meter threshold, you're going to begin doing less and less damage. It will deal 24.2 damage with HP and 20.8 damage against Juggernaut if you don't have HP equipped. If you do have HP equipped, it'll deal the exact same damage it would if it was stock, basically. In any case, this is actually pretty decent for an SMG of this caliber, so it's not even that bad, right? The TMP, however, will actually do 4 more damage at 26, with the damage drop-off also being at 30 meters. And again, you're outside of the 30 meter threshold, it's not going to be doing 26 damage, it's actually going to be doing much less than that, or depending on how far you are outside of the 30 meter threshold. In any case, the TMP will deal 28.6 damage with hollow points and 23.4 against Jug if you do not have hollow points equipped, which, funnily enough, is actually more damage than the MP7 stock. And that extra damage can make a big difference. You got the MP7 consistently doing 5 hits across the board no matter what, and you got the TMP consistently doing 4 hits if you have hollow points equipped against Jug. But if you don't have hollow points equipped and you're up against Jug, it's going to be doing 5 hits too. Now, moving on to the rate of fire, this is where things actually begin getting interesting. You got the MP7 with the superior fire rate of 8.3 shots per second, or 498 rounds per minute, while the TMP clocks in 7.7 shots per second, or 462 rounds per minute. Although weaker than the TMP, the MP7's fire rate actually compensates for its weak damage. It's got a much better fire rate, so it doesn't even matter that it doesn't 4-tap people like the TMP does, since it gets its shots out faster. In saying that though, the TMP's 7.7 shot per second fire rate isn't anything to sleep on, considering the thing kills faster anyway. Moving on to mag size, the MP7's got a much better mag size than the TMP. The MP7's got 40 rounds in the clip with 160 in reserve, while the TMP's got 30 rounds in the clip with 120 in reserve. The MP7 also has slightly less recoil at 80, while the TMP's is at 90, and both weapons have the same ADS speed of 120, which is pretty good for an SMG. Now, before we get into this next part, because we're going to be talking about bullet spreads, I'm actually going to have a separate video in the description below, a link to the description for a separate video explaining bullet spreads and bullet spread ratings, because I know some people are going to get confused on this stuff, so hopefully that video I'm going to be leaving in the description will explain it better for you guys. But anyways, moving on to the bullet spread ratings, the TMP actually has a much better bullet spread rating with a base of 50 with 150 added to each shot, each consecutive shot, capping at 1200. While the MP7 has a higher bullet spread rating with 140 at base, 170 for each consecutive shot, which also caps at 1200. And if you don't understand what bullet spread ratings do, then again, the video will be in the description. But anyways, I'm going to be giving my opinion on both these weapons. Now, both of these SMGs are actually a excellent choice, and you can't go wrong with either since they have good strengths to make up for their potential weaknesses. Now, you know, you got the MP7 being weaker, but it shoots faster, and you got the TMP not having as much ammo, but it does more damage. Now, the TMP is a consistent 4-hit killer with hollow points equipped, since hollow points negates Juggernaut. Without it, it'll be killing at 5 hits versus Jug, but still doing more damage than the stock MP7. The TMP also feels a little easier to use, mainly because of 2 things. 1, again, it does more damage, and 2, it's more hipfire friendly since the bullets don't spread as much. However, the MP7 has more ammo and can deliver the pain quicker thanks to its high fire rate. On top of that, the MP7, in my opinion, has way better iron sights than the TMP. On top of just having better iron sights in general, it feels more accurate because of that, right? The TMP's iron sights, on the other hand, are pretty miserable, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not kidding. They are ass. I'd recommend slapping a red dot sight on it if you got the coins to spare, because if you're going to be aiming down sights of the TMP, you do not want to be aiming down those trash iron sights that the TMP has. Another point that the MP7 has over the TMP is also the amount of ammo, as I said earlier, which, along with its faster fire rate and slightly better recoil, makes up for the lack of damage and rather mid-tier hipfire spread that the MP7 has compared to the TMP. So the question now isn't which weapon is better than which, it's more so which one of these two weapons might suit you better. Do you want to rock the fast and accurate MP7, or do you want to hit hard with the hip-firing TMP? Your choice. But anyways, that'll do it for this episode of In Depth. If you like the commentary, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, hit that bell icon so you never miss another one of my uploads. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching as always. It's Rusher. I'm out of here. Peace.